Hello guys, welcome to CrawlQ onboarding video. I'm Harish here and I'm super excited to onboard you guys on your CrawlQ journey. So guys, when you start with your workspace name and associate this workspace with a domain name, you're presented with your first CrawlQ challenge. Okay? But guys, let me admit that this is really a deliberate attempt to force you to think in terms of one person, and this one person is your niche, and this person has a specific situation, this person has a specific desire, and you can take this person on a coffee date. That's simple. Okay, so just think of one person in your network that you can go on a coffee date and start writing very rough idea about this person, like just answer very rough, and then we are going to refine this on later stage with AI assisted insights and also training your AI virtual assistant Athena. But the first step in CrawlQ is to really think about one person and not in terms of keywords and topics. Okay, so guys, let me explain you this with more a workflow diagram. So when you have very rough idea, right, about your niche, sub niche, micro niche, and this is really at a very high level, and this is about more about this person that you know, and you can go on a coffee date, right? Once you have this rough idea, you can take two routes here. One is on the quick gains, another is deep dive. So let me tell you and warn you and set the expectation upfront. Then when you take a quick gains approach, right, the quality is going to be low because we have not yet refined our idea about who is our target audience, right? That was just a starting point to test that are we in the right direction, and we are going to set up sort of a laboratory experiment where we are going to A/B test with different niches. But this first attempt was very rough idea to come up with something that you can start with. So it's okay if you wanted to go to AI content writer, try out some content, that's fine. But I want to set an upfront expectation that quality is going to be low because we have not yet refined our idea. We have not yet trained our virtual assistant Athena. Okay. So here fundamental idea of CrawlQ is to really deep dive into your target audience, and this there are helper functions. So if your rough idea is sort of a good direction, right, then you can further refine it with AI insights. But if you're just still on a very high level thinking about a topic or in a business idea or business validation approach, then you're going to go through a market spying wizard and search intent discovery. In market spying wizard, basically you can deep dive into the social media research. You can deep dive into podcast directories. The starting point is you unlock AI driven insights, and these insights are really forcing again to think you in terms of your target audience. So for example, what idea would my target audience have about 3D printing? What would my target audience have a suspicion about 3D printing? See, so this is really having very sharp focus from the starting point and forcing you to think in terms of one specific person. And you can also supplement this with search intent discovery. So in the search intent, you can really understand what are the different topics that are trending on 3D printing, for example, here. And you can take the help of this graph where you will understand what different types of trending questions that are coming in search about 3D printing. Okay, so these are the helper functions to help you to refine your idea. And once you refine your idea, you can just come back here again and start fresh. And once you start having some refinement here, the process is simple. You save these inputs, you press generate insights, you get new inputs, new ideas, you go through them and you refine. So you're basically optimizing it on the first idea, and then using AI insights, you're further dwelling into it and refining your idea. So these four categories are important to start the magic. So first is define your niche, then you go into demographics, you say about your domain name, company name, and then it's just simple. Once you come up with two input, you just fill with AI, and you save, you generate insights, you get loads of deeper insights, and again you go back to the next one. Okay, you go to this the next category, which is niche semantics. Here again you give two steering ideas, two inputs on the first one and the second one. So here, what is the best software for 3D printing, and the next one, what types of files are used in 3D printing. You say fill with AI, you save this, and again you generate insights, and these insights you must generate after saving this. So then this become super specific to your project, and once you start going into deeper and more detail, you can sort of again go back here and refine the approach again. So this is not like this is of course in a sequence. So you start with niche, demographics, semantics, and psychographics, but you can go back again and refine your ideas. And these four categories are fundamental to start with deeper content, with training your AI virtual assistant Athena. Okay, so coming back again to this diagram, I just mentioned that you can go to market spying wizard, you can unlock insights, you can find more deeper, and you can go as much as detail as you want there. It's just depending on how super specific you want it to be in the first step. And there is always an easy way to come back, refine your ideas. So don't sweat it, give it a try, and you have to just practice it. Once you do it more and more, the system will start learning itself. So as I said, these four categories are important. Define your niche demographics, define your niche semantics, define your niche psychographics, and after this you are really ready to train Athena. Athena is our internal AI, and you can really power the Athena up on this data, and you can also add additional URLs, which are reference URLs or reference content. So what Athena is doing, what we mean by training Athena is that Athena is really taking some inputs that you provide from external sources, and these inputs are processed into insights, and these insights are further used during the content creation process in your market research, in your blog content, in your sales copywriting. So this is very powerful part of CrawlQ, where you are going to give it external sources, and from these external sources these are turned into powerful insights, powerful stories, and compelling answers that form the part of your content creation process. Okay, so once you train the Athena after doing these four categories, right, you can go into a long form content creation, which is sales copywriting. You can also go into blog content creation, which is via the AI content writer. Of course, you can also go directly make some summaries of the existing text or AI content rewriter. But let me admit that this part is just an helper function for summarizing and rewriting, and you can find your own workflow. But the main power of internal AI Athena is really helping you to come up with super specific content which is really aligned with your niche, demographics, semantics, psychographics. And once you start testing the idea, right, you can come back again and you can plunge into full-fledged market research. And this is really detailed market research that you have not seen in any software out there. So guys, I don't want to make this video too long, and also these videos are going to be refined. This was sort of my first idea or first attempt to explain this with the workflow diagram. But the important thing to remember is nothing is sort of mistake or failure here. Everything is iteration, and you're setting up a laboratory sort of environment where you're testing your ideas about your target audience, right? And nothing to worry, nothing is going to fail here. You can come back, refine it again and again, and generate awesome insights, stories, and this how CrawlQ is designed to help you with coming up 100% unique content, which is closely aligned with your target audience. So, guys, give it a try, and we are just away from one chat button or one email or you can join our Slack group, you can join our Facebook group. We are just there to help you out on this. Okay, so don't sweat on it, just give it a try, and we'll see you in the next video.